We need to record. Thank you. So thank you so much. I was expecting more scores in terms of submitting your paintings and your bhoga offering. I have not discussed the plan, but the bigger picture is that I want to compile all the photographs or the paintings along with your photos, along with your bhoga offerings. And next week, I will be taking it to Chennai temple and offering this poster to Lord Jagannath, and will be taking his blessings for all of you. So that is why I was asking.
Sorry, Mataji, where are you going?
Next week. I'm having fever right now.
Where are you going? Where?
Chennai temple only. Chennai temple, and we have beautiful Lord Jagannath. So I will take this poster, I will print all their paintings, their bhoga offering. I will take it to Lord Jagannath along with their names, and I will take special blessing for all of them. Whoever has submitted their painting, whoever submitted their bhoga offering to Lord Jagannath. So another 2-3 days more are there. If anybody wants to submit still, you can do it. I will take all the paintings in front of the Lord in the temple, and we'll take special blessings for all of you. And I will get a recording and share with all of you whatever we recorded in the temple. In case anybody wants to submit still, another 2-3 days, I can give extra time. Okay, so thank you so much. Let's begin with our presentation. So the story is of king of Odisha. And the name of the king, I will just put it in the chat. So this is the name of the king, King Indra Yugna. He was, you can make a small sign for him because his name will constantly be appearing. So King Indra was the king of Odisha, and he was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. And he was very eager to meet him face to face, to have his darshan face to face. So one time what happened, a traveling pilgrim arrived to meet the king. And you know how traveling pilgrims are, who keep traveling within the country from one place to the other, from one destination to the other, they keep traveling. And so one day in the court of the king, one such devotee, one such pilgrim came, and he started talking about one beautiful incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And the name of that incarnation of Lord Vishnu was Nila Madhav. I've written in the chat, Nila Madhav. That's again will appear, 2-3 things will appear constantly. Okay, so this pilgrim, very from the bottom of his heart, he was so in ecstasy. He was so fond of this deity, and he was, he was lovingly explaining about the glories of that, how beautiful this Nila Madhav is. So This form of Lord was worshipped in Orissa, and after hearing these topics from that pilgrim, King Indra, he developed a very strong desire to see the Lord. In earlier days, there never used to be any direct telecast from on TV or a live session. So if you want to have darshan of the Lord, like now you are living in different states, but still you can know, okay, this is Jagannath from Chennai, or this is Krishna from Dwarka, or this is Juhu ISKCON temple, Radha Krishna, because now we have facility of the phone and we can have darshan. But in earlier days, there was no such thing, and people would have no choice but to depend on such traveling people. There would be people traveling around, and they would come and give you the information that yes, such and such place there is a beautiful deity. So the king developed a fascination, an attraction, that even he wants to go and have a look at this Lord. So after telling about this, all this about the Lord, this devotee, this pilgrim left the place. So now the king was looking for a person that king was looking for a person that whom should he send in search of this Nila Madhav. So he called many people, but nobody was qualified enough to travel and to find out where this special deity is, because he had to find a location also. Nowadays we can find everything on Google, but the earlier days you have to find out where this special deity is from. People in villages and people in small towns, they would inform you. So then finally the chief priest, who the priest, the chief, like a chief pujari of the king had special pujaris who would look after all the religious activities. So the chief priest had a brother, and the brother's name was Vidyapati. So the chief priest brother was Vidyapati, and so the king called him and he asked him that I request you, I order you, Vidyapati, that you go and search this beautiful deity called Nila Madhav. So our Vidyapati started his journey, and sorry, one second. So our Vidyapati started his journey, and he went and traveled, because early days the mode of communication also not used to be very excellent. So to some places he went by foot, and some places he went by horse, which the king had provided, and he was traveling. He traveled for a long distance. Finally, he reached a river called Mahanadi and met a person, and his name was Vishwavasu. Now, Vishwavasu had seen Nila Madhav. He had seen this beautiful form of the Lord. But somehow it took him some time to, to have trust in Vidyapati. And finally, he agreed that yes, he is also a great devotee of the Lord and I can take him, because that Nilanchal Madhav, the Nila Madhav, was not a very open temple. It was a very sacred and very secret place. It was not a very common temple. It was buried inside, on a beautiful temple, on a beautiful hill, and not everybody was allowed to go that side. So Vishwavasu was not sure whether to take Vidyapati to that place. But somehow, after some time, when he saw his character, when he saw how his personality was, so he agreed and he said, okay, I will take you to that place. And how he agreed, because Vidyapati refused to eat and drink anything unless he had seen the Lord. So even Vidyapati was such a great devotee of the Lord that he was not ready to give up unless he had taken darshan. So he said, I will stop drinking, stop eating anything unless I see the Lord. So seeing this eagerness of Vidyapati, Vishwavasu decided to start the journey of taking Vidyapati to Nila Madhav. So they had a very, very long walk through the forest, and the entire night they were traveling. But finally, these people reached a beautiful blue color mountain. And on that blue color mountain, residing was Nila Madhav, the beautiful form of Lord Vishnu, sitting with his wife Lakshmi Devi.
Sorry, Mataji, just for my information. On the both are sitting on top of the mountain.
No, yeah, both are sitting on the Sheshnag, the serpent. Yes, on top of the mountain. They're on the mountain, on the Nila Madhav. So Nila is because the mountain is Nila, the blue color. That is why it is the deity's name was Nila Madhav. Madhav is another name for Krishna, another name for Vishnu. So, and since he was living on the mountain of blue color, that is why he came to known as Nila Madhav, and he was sitting on along with his consort, along with his eternal wife, Lakshmi, and both of them were looking very beautiful. And Vidyapati took darshan of that sacred form, that transcendental form of the Lord, and as if his life had become a blessing. If you have a look at the picture again. Okay, so let's move on. So once the darshan was over, then Vidyapati came back to the house of Vishwavasu. And he had a huge variety of very delicious prasad. And he was wondering that how not a very rich man is able to manage such a, so many varieties of prasad. So then Vishwavasu informed him that this is not an ordinary prasad. This food is prepared, this bhoga is prepared by demigods. And those demigods daily come here to this Neelanchal mountain, to the Nila Madhav, and they personally offer this bhoga to the Supreme Lord. So this is not cooked by me, this is cooked by the demigods. And every day they come here on earth and they offer bhoga to the Supreme Lord. So imagine what a sacred place that was. That is why not ordinary public was allowed to go to that place. But Vidyapati was blessed, and he not only had darshan of the Lord, but at the same time he was able to honor, he was able to eat the prasad which came directly from the devatas, which came directly from the demigods. Let's see next what happens. Now, after being fully satisfied, our Vidyapati comes back to the kingdom to inform about this beautiful deity, beautiful Nil Madhav. And he comes back. He also gives the king a garland, which was given to Vidyapati by Lord himself, a garland of flowers which Lord was wearing. Same garland Vidyapati got, and then that garland he gave it to the king.
Which Lord was wearing it?
Yeah, Lord Nila Madhav was wearing it. So when he gave darshan to Vidyapati, he gave his garland. He got, Vidyapati got the garland of the Lord as a prasad, and same garland Vidyapati gave it to the king. And then Vidyapati narrated his entire journey, the entire story, and described the beautiful form of Nila Madhav. Then at that time, Narad Muni came. And the king spoke to Narad Muni, and he expressed his desire that he wanted to build a temple for Nila Madhav. And he also wanted to see this beautiful form of the Lord. Now, king knew where to find Nila Madhav, because he has already sent his messenger, and he's now got the complete information about the location of where the Lord is and how is Lord looking. And he knows about the entire story. So now he expresses his desire to Narad Muni that now he himself wants to go, and not only go and have darshan, now he wants to go there and build a proper temple of the Lord there. So on finding an auspicious day, because whenever we do some good thing in our life, we always try to find what is the auspicious day to start, so that whatever we desire for, we get that thing. We all try to find out that, I want to begin this project, I want to begin this work, let's find out an auspicious day. Similarly, the king also, from his priest, from his pujari, tried to find out an auspicious day, and on that particular auspicious day, he set forth on his journey with his team of people. And it did not take him much time, because now already Vidyapati had told him where to go and how to find the place. So the king reached Nilanchal and straight he went to take darshan of the Lord, but he was shocked. He was in for a great surprise because at the Nilanchal mountain, Nila Madhav had vanished. Nila Madhav was not present. The king could not have darshan because Supreme Lord Nila Madhav and Lakshmi Devi had gone away from that place, and now there was no deity to be found on that place. So the king was highly disappointed. He was in very bad state because he was also a great devotee of the Lord. And he was thinking that what sin have I committed that Lord has not given me darshan? What have I done? What offense have I done? But it was his good luck. It was his great fortune that a divine voice, like, in Hindi we call Akashvani, it was heard. The king heard this and all his people who was with him, they heard this Akashvani that you can have a darshan of the Lord, but not in the Nila Madhav form. You can have darshan of the Lord in some other form. And then further instructions were given. Let's read what happened.
Mataji, just to let you know, the 2 minutes to
Yeah, I've seen 2 minutes.
5 o'clock.
Yeah. The last page. Not for me, but we'll do it till here today. Okay, so now what instructions did Lord give to him? Lord Narad Muni instructed the king that you have to, because Narad Muni was like a bridge between the Lord and the king. Narad Muni is, one of the very supreme devotees of the Lord, of Lord Vishnu. So he told the king that you have to perform 1,000 yagya. Okay, 1,000 havan, 1,000 homa you need to perform. And then, the king built a magnificent temple. So all those two things were granted. But after completion of a temple, Lord still did not come. Then again a divine voice came, another Akashvani came, that Lord will appear from the ocean in the form of a wooden log, like a sacred lakdi ka tukra, a wooden log, LOG. So Lord will appear in that form, and he, somebody has to find him in the ocean. I will come from the ocean in the form of a Daru Brahman, Daru Brahman. So Daru meaning a wooden log, and Brahman we all know. Okay, so Lord said that I will come in the form of a Daru Brahman. I will come in the form of a wooden log. And you can see, how will you know? There can be a lot of wooden forms, but you will find certain signs on that log. So if all of you know that Vishnu carries a couple of things. He carries a conch, then he carries a shankha, then he carries a chakra.
Sorry, Mataji, the conch and shankha are the same, right?
No, sorry, conch and chakra. Sorry, conch and chakra. So chakra is the Sudarshan chakra and conch, shankha is same, sorry. And lotus flower, which always Vishnuji carries. So he says that, and the gada, and the, what do you call gada? Gada is gada only. What you see in the hand of Balaram, what do you call gada? I don't know. Then gada. So these mace, so these, the signs of all these things will be there on the wood. So the screen that I shared, no, you can have a look at it again. So this log,
Mataji, can you make it full screen, please?
Some extent they are visible. I try to find a good picture. I think chakra is visible and shank is visible. So, you know, that log in the water, it came one day and it was carrying all those signs. Okay, so we'll continue from here onwards. I just wanted to show a last picture as to how Lord Vishnu is carrying all those things in his hand so that we can correlate. He's carrying a Sudarshan, a conch, lotus, and a mace. So this is just to make them understand that how Lord is carrying all these things.
Mataji,
Always.
you would have to close the PPT.
So
And
this picture is just to make you understand that how Lord is carrying all these things in his hands. And the same picture of these things are there on the wooden log. Understood now? Fine. So we will continue our story of Lord Jagannath. There's lots to do. And I thought we'll do some pastimes also. We'll do it in the coming up 2 classes. Please reserve your questions about chanting. I would like to thank Ganesh Prabhu for wonderfully handling today's class, because Saurabh was not there till that time and he clarified the doubts of many people. I'm sure there are a lot of doubts still, and so we can continue. Please keep your doubts. Probably next class we can ask him, or you can talk to Ganesh directly. If Ganesh can drop his number and somebody wants to discuss with him, they can clear his doubts from him about chanting. So if Ganesh wants to give, he can share his number. And last, if anybody wants to send their paintings, please send in another 3 days time, maximum 3 days time. If somebody wants to send their paintings of Lord Jagannath, please send them. As I said, I'll get them printed and take it to the temple and take special blessings from Lord Jagannath. Otherwise, we will carry on. Also, last, somebody wants to sign their chanting, Mahamantra chanting, and send a video. I'm starting to compile from next Monday, so please do it fast. As you know, we are compiling 108 videos of different people. So if anybody wants to chant and send, please do it, hurry up. Please hurry up and send. Fine. Thank you so much. Note down number of Ganesh, it is in the chat. If anybody wants, if has any doubt about chanting, you can talk to him. Thank you, Saurabh. See you everybody next class. Let's chant the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.